All right, now we're on to what we are going to call reference angles. All right, so reference angle is always an acute angle. Please just note that. So it's got to be an angle that is 90 degrees, well, less than 90 degrees. It really can't be 90 degrees. So it's got to be less than 90 degrees. And here's what you do. Basically, you are only looking at two things. You're looking at the terminal side of the angle. So if this is our theta right there, here's our ending side. Don't worry about the initial side, but you're going to look at that terminal side and the x-axis. So here is my x-axis. It's always going to be the horizontal line right there. So this reference angle is actually the angle that is right here. Okay, so that is your reference angle, as you could see. So basically, they're just going to say sketch and find the reference angle for each of these angles right here. So we're going back to being able just to sketch the angle. Again, I kind of remind myself, you're just going to maybe want to memorize these. They'll come pretty quickly to you. You might already have them memorized. But to find the angle, I kind of just write my 90, 180, and 270. So notice that 225, it's going to be in between here somewhere. I'm going to put it right in the middle. It looks like it's like 45 and 40 away. So there's my nice, lovely angle. That would be me sketching the 225 degree angle. Now, when I'm asked for the reference angle, again, remember, they're only wanting this terminal side and then the x-axis right here. So this reference angle, I'm going to write a theta right there. That's what they're wanting me to find. So how do I find that? Well, note, all I have to do on this one, it's kind of different for all of them, but all I'm going to do on that one is just subtract 180 degrees because I don't really care about that part. I just care about this part in between here. So I'm going to subtract my semicircle or my 180 degrees. So it's just 225, subtract 180, and that is going to give me a 45 degree angle. So that's our reference angle, is the 45 degree angle. Okay, for this next one, negative 310, let's look here. So this is negative 90. I kind of just write it the other way. Negative 180, negative 270, and then this would be negative 360. So notice if I'm going to go negative, I'm going to go clockwise right here, and I'm going to go clear over into quadrant 1 right here. And that's my negative 310 degree angle. So again, the reference angle, again, guys, it's got to be from the terminal side right here to the x-axis. So here, let's do it blacker this time. That's the theta. That's the angle that I'm trying to find right there. So there's a couple of things that you could do to find this. I would just say if this was negative, to find this angle right here, we could just add 360. We could just go around 360 from our angle right here, and that will give me just this measure right here. So negative 310 plus 360 is going to give me a 50 degree angle. My reference angle is 50 degrees. Okay, so there's no formula just to plug it in to find the reference angle. You've got to draw it and look and see if you can figure out how to get that angle right there. All right. This next one is 2 pi thirds. What I would do on this one's going to be a little bit harder to draw, and hopefully you've done a few practice problems sketching angles in radians. Again, if you want to convert it, that's fine. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to draw a few things. I remember this was 2 pi. If we go all the way around, it's 2 pi. That makes this as 1 pi. So basically right here, if I've got 2/3 of a pi, I'm going to go 2/3 of the way over. I'm going to go 2/3 of a straight angle. So there's a straight angle. I'm going to only go 2/3 of the direction right here, just to right there. Okay, that's my 2 pi over 3 radian angle. So again, for the reference angle, we want this angle between the terminal side and the x-axis right here. That's what we're trying to find. So again, I know that I've got this pi would be all the way. I can just subtract how much I've come already. I could just take that pi and subtract 2 pi over 3 right there to find what I need to add to it to get to that pi. Notice pi really is the same thing as 3 pi over 3. That's just 1 pi minus 2 pi over 3, which will give us 1 pi over 3 as our reference angle. And that's how you find a reference angle.